Woodward Sports Network. Let's go.
All right, let's do this, Adam. We are live. Welcome to the Lions pregame show. My name is Stick. I got my boy Anson with me. And then on producer cam, we got the crowd favorite, sexiest man in Detroit, Adam Bayoun. What's up, Adam?
What's up, guys?
He is becoming a crowd favorite.
Dude, it's so hilarious to me how Adam is beloved by all of Detroit already. And we just started. So Adam's got a long way to go, but the people love Adam.
The love is high.
What's up,
High for
KG?
Woodward.
How you doing, man? Remember, we're giving away $1,000 just like we did on Thursday night. Did you know that? We had a Thursday night $1,000.
Who won?
Paul Berner.
Awesome.
So a
Good
kid,
work, Paul.
actually, I know him. I went to grade school with him, so he randomly shared it. He picked who scored the first touchdown. He picked the final score of the game, and we're giving him $1,000.
It's that stick magic that you're rubbing off. It's people that are close to you, man. They got the prognostication skills.
All the old homies are cashing in on this new business
Right?
venture. I appreciate it, though, man. They show the love. They deserve to get paid in return. So that's how we're doing it right now. Again, if you want to guess who's going to score the first touchdown, the final score of the game today, plus you got to share this Facebook Live, you could win $1,000, like cash money,
Yep.
just in time for the holidays.
Get your people involved, man.
Yeah. Anson, you always say that. Like, tag your friends, make sure they get involved in this, and have them cut you some of that check,
For
man.
real. Get the squad together. 3 of you guys take the Panthers, 3 of you guys take the Lions, and you go from there, you know?
Yeah. So make sure you share this right now. Put your guess in and the final score. I know we had some on the earlier tees, so we'll go back and check those. But for sure, make sure you get it in on this post right now. We got to say what's up to KG, what's up to Josh. Shout out to Adam, always in the chat rooms, Kenny Burke, and my boy Wasim, who I got to go see tomorrow to get a tooth out, Anson. This shit's
really?
killing me, bro. Look at, I brought the Oragel today just to make it through.
I may or may not have lost one this year.
Yeah.
Way back here.
Yeah.
I hope my mom's not watching.
Sorry, Mom. But I want to point out my hoodie today.
It's kind of fashion central in here whenever I get in here, and you won today.
Yeah. Well, I want to, I always try to rep Woodward Sports. So I got my Woodward Sports pants on, but I want to rep the Lions today. And here's my deal with this shirt. This is the 4-5 Lions up here. After today, this is the 5-5 Lions down here.
You sure they're getting down there?
4-5, 5-5.
You sure they're getting to 5 and
4
5
and
today?
5, 5-5. Yes, I am sure. I'm totally sure.
Where did you get that?
Online.
You
The internet.
You like to online shop, don't you?
I don't. No. The other day, I just decided to spoil myself. I bought those green Nikes that I wear to rock with
Sexy.
the Woodward shit, and then I came across. Have you seen those colonial hoodies that look like colonial, like war regalia? Either way, I bought one that makes me look like fucking George Washington with ruffles and all that, and then this one was in the store, and I was like, oh, I gotta have it. It's lions and it's cats.
It's funny
me.
you say it's like old regalia. I was driving by the Sign of the Beef Carver on the way here.
Ugh, yeah.
Have you ever eaten at Sign of the Beef Carver?
My ex used to work there, but yeah, I ate there once.
It's got the worst sign. It's got the worst name. I'm assuming the
Dude, you're
food's
messing
pretty
up
terrible
our
as
Sign
well.
of the Beef Cover audience. They're listening to the old folks station.
I've always seen that sign since I was a little kid. Nothing has changed. It's still the same shit. I've never eaten them.
I remember like 15, 20 years ago, somebody got up on the roof and spray painted Sign of the Flesh Carver on it. I remember that.
This one right here.
Yeah, the one in Royal Oak.
Nice.
Yep, the one right on Woodward.
Very nice.
Make sure you're guessing the score today. Who's going to score the first touchdown, and share this post so you can get your chance at $1,000.
I'm still eligible, right?
You should be still eligible.
Oh, I'm getting in that. We had a big win last week here in Detroit.
The Lions?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It was a big win.
Yeah, it was.
How'd you feel about that?
I felt it was great. The win worked out perfect for me because
you got a free lunch out of it, which I haven't gotten you yet.
Oh yeah.
But you definitely did predict that pretty well.
Yeah, and I loved it because I got my fantasy football. I got to eat with Antonio Gibson, and my Lions got the W. That 59-yard field goal, like, have you ever been more confident in a 59-yard field goal?
Never.
Honestly, I was like, oh, this is like an extra point, man.
I kind of knew it was going, man, for sure. It's exciting to have Matt Prater after having Anson for so long. Because,
Yeah.
for 20 years, it was automatic.
Well, remember we went through like 5 kickers that
Yeah, we
year
did.
before we landed on Prater.
Yeah.
I even forget all their names, but So long, suckers.
And he's got the record at, what, 64?
Yep, but that was in Denver, so that doesn't count.
Yeah. 59 to win a game,
64
man.
in Denver is like 35 in a dome.
It was pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, it was amazing. And what I love about that is not only can we get a win today, we got another game Thursday. Like, this is a quick turnaround. Yeah. We can win 3 games in the course of literally like 14 days.
So in like 5 days, we could go from a losing squad to a winning squad.
Yeah.
Just to give everybody some love in the chat, just so you guys know, Kenny Galladay is out.
Yes.
Christian McCaffrey is out. So I've seen some people guessing McCaffrey and Galladay.
Galladay's out?
Yeah.
Galladay's out. Swift
I thought he was playing. He practiced.
He's out.
Swift is out, and Amendola as well.
Oh, I know. Amendola's probably out because he's
so
back.
Guys, make sure in the chat, if you're guessing anybody who's not playing,
up,
make sure
Chrissy?
you change that so you're qualified to win the $1,000.
I thought Galladay was in, man.
Nope, he's out.
When did he get ruled out?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
He practiced all week.
He was ruled out yesterday. So wait a second,
fuck, man?
Do we have episode 2 of Chrissy T's dating
With
bonanzas with Danny Amendola?
That would cost us a lot of money.
Level up,
Yeah,
Chrissy
dude.
T. Level up, bro.
Yeah, that would be her dream. She would let us film her on camera with
That's
him
a lot
doing
of
anything.
Detroit ladies' dreams I'm hearing. They
Yeah,
do
Danny
love the
Amendola's
Danny
the
A.
man. But he's not playing today. I know Swift is out, and that hurts.
Yeah,
Like
massively. He's been awesome.
Did you see the stat? Swift and Christian McCaffrey, through the first set of games that they've played in,
Ooh, compare them.
equal.
No
Everywhere.
shit.
Equal everywhere.
Really?
Everywhere.
I mean, the guy's
Everywhere.
aside from the first catch of his career.
Yeah, but imagine if
his
he
hands
caught
have been
that.
great.
Holy shit,
No
we'd
doubt.
be-
No doubt.
I mean, if he caught that pass, we not only would we have a winning record right now, but we would all be loving us some Swift.
Well, you know, it's funny you asked that because that was against the Bears. And I asked you a question a couple of weeks ago, and I want to come back to it. Are we better than the Chicago Bears?
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought we were then, and I think we are now.
Because we get them the week after Thanksgiving.
With probably Mitch Trubisky at quarterback, I'm assuming.
A lion killer, though.
Yeah, but
Trubisky eats us up, man.
the longer
He's
a streak
terrible.
longer a streak goes, the closer it is to coming to an end.
That's true, man.
it's always my
Unless the
philosophy.
Lions are involved, bro.
Yeah.
Unless the Lions are involved. But it's exciting, though. I mean, we are 4-5. This game is super winnable.
Yep.
That puts us to 500. And
500, baby. If I told you before the season the Lions are going to be 5-5 through 10 games, you'd take it, right?
yeah, I mean, I kind of would have believed it. I thought that's the team that we had on our hands here. They've gone about doing it a lot differently than I had expected them to do it.
Right.
But it's exciting, man, because, you know, if there's one thing that the Lions are great at, it's hold and serve on Thanksgiving Day. And if we're playing a game to go to above 500 on Thanksgiving, man, that's exciting.
I love it. They got to give a shout out to Jack's Car Wash. Those guys out there working hard. I love being right
Who's
on
getting
Woodward.
their car wash right now?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but the guy with the
God
Jack's
is
hat,
doing the car washing right now.
the guy with the Jack's hat just walked by on Woodward, so we got to show love to the Jack's guys.
This was rough waking up to.
What?
The
snow?
Yeah.
Why, man? It's Michigan. It's fucking November. What?
Dude, it was 62 days ago.
Okay, welcome to Michigan. How you doing?
I forgot.
It's gonna
My
be
bad.
90 tomorrow.
It's crazy. It is crazy.
I don't mind this, man. I like the big fluffy snowflakes. It's about that time of the year. We could use some holiday spirit.
We could use some holiday spirit for sure.
We could use a Lions win today to get me in the holiday spirit.
Yeah, the Big Ten football's not giving us any love, that's for sure.
That was a good game last night with Michigan.
They did, you know, but to see
Heisman
Michigan,
Trophy.
but to see Michigan that excited to beat Rutgers at the end of a game was pretty wild.
I'm so sick of that shit. That's what we talk about with the Lions. You should be excited to win every game. I know it's Rutgers, blah, 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 blah. But a win's a win. It's a W.
I loved seeing Michigan fan that excited to beat Rutgers. It was very satisfying.
You know,
How
how
are you
about stop
talking
talking
shit
shit
as a
about the
state
team?
fan,
This
though?
isn't a
a
Michigan
state
day.
alumni.
Okay.
State alumni.
Yeah,
you
1-4.
I don't want to go too far into it, but I have a question, and it kind of it goes eventually into the NFL because a lot of these guys are graduating and playing in the league. With the Big Ten looking so bad compared to the rest of everybody else in college football, I'm wondering is it because they weren't able to get in and get into the facilities and get their coaching going? And are the SEC players that much more athletic where they can just turn the key and the Big Ten needs the coaching and the reps? Because we've looked like
Where's
an
the
ACC
question? What's the
conference.
question?
I'm wondering, is the Big Ten really that coaching base? Because I feel like they're being exposed as a non-athletic conference this year.
I mean, they're just playing each other, so how do you know how they stack up against anybody else?
That's true. They all look pretty terrible, though.
Indiana-Ohio State game was fucking thriller.
Yeah,
so
that was a great game.
can't say-
Indiana, man, bringing all those kids up from Florida, like that's the key. Bring that SEC talent up here and open it up.
The Hoosiers.
Yeah, but let's talk Lions football.
do it.
Michigan won last night. It was a great game, but we got to talk about the Lions today. They're taking on the Panthers. I think the Panthers don't stand a chance today, man. Like, I am looking for a domination from the Detroit Lions, just like the Jags game. That's what I'm expecting out of them today. Without Christian McCaffrey, Teddy Bridgewater may play, but if he does, it's half a Teddy Bridgewater. Mike Davis has gone back and forth with some little dings this week. Who the hell's going to step in? This is the time, though, that I do fear when the third-string running back has a career day against the Detroit Lions.
Well, don't you think fans in Carolina are saying the same thing right now? This is the game we can beat the Lions. They don't have their best wide receiver. They don't have their best running back. They don't have Amendola.
Yeah, but we got Stafford playing. I think if Stafford was out, you could make that argument because that puts us kind of on par. But who the hell even backs up in Carolina? Who's Teddy Bridgewater's backup?
That's a really good question.
I mean, we know football, right?
We're
football guys. We're fantasy
Kyle
football
Allen?
guys.
No, not Kyle Allen. He's
I thought it was Kyle Allen, but that was last year, I think.
It is correct.
It's P.J. Tucker and Will Grier.
P.J. Tucker and Will Grier. I drafted him.
P.J. Tucker, wasn't he a basketball player?
Lawrence Tucker,
Long
use a
time ago.
motherfucker. Remember that from Tupac?
I'm wondering if the Lions can just eke this win out, are they good at all?
They're 5-5. They
Yeah.
are what their record says.
Yeah.
They're average.
Yeah.
They're in the middle of the pack.
That's a fair answer.
But my thing is, have you seen the Lions peak this year? Like, do you think we've seen the best Lions football?
That's a good question. I like that.
So that's what I like. They're 5-5, and we still haven't seen them at their best.
We're not 5-5 yet.
I think the times that we've been
Shut up, Adam. They're 5-5 in my head.
The
They're this Lion.
You have to love his undying loyalty to the Lions, man.
Well, when they're playing
it's inspiring.
this team.
These are the games that scare me. I'm not going to say it yet, but this is the type of the game that scares me. Because again,
delusion.
I think everybody in Detroit right now is got this confidence in the Lions going into this game after last week. I think everyone's expecting a win, and we're all kind of already like you were, just counting that fifth win already before Thanksgiving.
Oh, you're gonna yell trap game?
I haven't yet. I'm holding on to it. This game scares me. This is that game where I'm kind of confident in the Lions today, to be honest. But
is that what scares you?
It does.
It
man.
does. You don't have this feeling often,
dude. It always scares me.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think they got a good shot today, man. Hawkinson has to have a big game. I know we pretty much say that every Sunday, and every Sunday he's pretty much delivered. I mean, he's leading the Lions in targets for the season, which is amazing. That's what we should be using for him. And I think Stafford has gotten a great rapport with him. I think he could have even had a better season to this point so far, but he's still a top 10 tight end.
Yeah, well, and he's still learning his way to the offense. He's not dropping the ball.
Nope.
He's a must start in terms of fantasy, but he's a must deliver in terms of an actual NFL win today.
Right.
Any win for the rest of the season, he's going to be a major part of. Last week, you and I actually talked about Marvin Jones. We knew that the two of them were going to be, leading the way in terms of work through the air.
Yep.
And you were right, man. Marvin delivered.
He does. He delivered big time last week for us. And that's the thing. When Marvin's the number one, he's the number one. When he's the number two, he's almost like a number 4.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's weird.
I really like him today, man. Without Amendola to get that chain moving work, Marvin Hall's more of a kind of a seam stretcher.
They bumped up Sanu from the practice squad.
They did.
Yeah.
Okay. That was my question: was
Muhammad?
who's going to be that third guy? But your boy Quintez Cephas might have a big day today.
I love Cephas, and he got open a couple times last game. He did have one drop that was an easy catch.
Yeah.
You hate to see that, but he'll
Rookie
get back
shit.
out there on the
Rookie
field. I love Cephas. I'm interested to see Sanu. I mean, when he was in Atlanta, he was a serviceable number 3, number 4 wide receiver. So why can't he be one here?
So are we going to pick up A.J. Green next year?
Oh, that would be.
We'll have Sanu, Jones, and Green.
That would be fun.
Reunited.
There we go. 5 years, 6 years after the
Wouldn't that
Bungles.
be wild? The Lions do like to create things after they already failed once.
Yeah, we need to reinvent ourselves. We need a Troy Weaver approach to the
Man,
Lions.
don't get me started.
We'll talk about the Pistons at a later
soon,
date.
baby.
But he blew that shit up. He's like, you know what? I'm here. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you're cool. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Everybody else gotta go.
Guaranteed us a lottery pick next year. I like the direction of the Pistons.
Yeah.
So we're talking about those wide receivers. It's not going to be our bet for today, but I want to know beyond the top two, beyond Marvin Jones and Hawkinson, who's your pick for the biggest producer?
Oh, God. I mean, if Marvin Hall catches a deep ball, he's got the advantage, but that's a lightning in the bottle type situation. Cephas is more of a possession type receiver, so he may get more targets. I'm going to stick with my guns. I'm going with Cephas.
Yeah?
I'm going to go with Cephas.
I'm actually gonna I'm gonna agree with you on this one.
Hey!
I'm gonna agree with you on this one. We don't do that a whole lot here
What about
on Sunday.
Adam? What do you think, Adam?
On what?
The third wide receiver, outside of Marvin Jones and outside of Hawkinson, who's going to have the best receiving game?
Well, I just posted in the chat that Cephas over under 8.5 targets.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that a prop bet?
That's a prop bet.
Did we make up that prop bet?
No, I made up that prop bet.
Okay. All right. I was like, wow, MGM grand.
Where's the actual prop at?
Yeah. So you think Cephas is going to be the
I think he's going to get targets today.
I hope so, man. His first game out, he had 10 targets. He only caught 3 of them. But.
I don't think Hawk will go off. I think he'll just have maybe a touchdown or 2. I think all the targets are going to go over the middle this week to Cephas.
And make sure you're sharing this post right now and then guessing who's going to score the first touchdown and the final score of the Lions and Panthers game so we can hook you up with $1,000. If you win, it's that easy. We just send you a check, or you can come into our beautiful studios in downtown Birmingham where it's snowing on the boulevard.
It's like Christmas in Birmingham right now.
Yeah, I want to show the truck real quick. Shout out to Zot for the Gladiator.
Looking frosty.
Yeah, it's great in this weather. So if you're looking for a nice 4x4, hit up Zot or dealsinthed.com. My boy Jeff Schneider, get there. Thad Zot, thank you very much. And this is brought to you by Meyer, which is nice. Thank you, Meyer.
Meyer, can
Local.
you guys please stay open past midnight soon?
I don't know if that's their fault or not.
It's not.
Yeah,
It's not.
so don't blame
Thank
Meyer.
God they're open till midnight, man. Nothing is even open past 10 right now.
Right.
I live right by the 1 on 8 Mile. They saved my life a lot.
So outside of Hawkinson having a big day and outside of Marvin Jones, fantasy football-wise, who are you starting in this game for both sides?
Well, I like Stafford here today. It's weird to say that, but I do think that the lack of Swift in the backfield is going to kind of push them to throw the ball a little bit more.
Yeah, for
He's
sure.
not a great start, but I would start him if I was on the fence and I didn't have, say, Pat Mahomes on my roster.
Yeah.
I think Marvin Jones and Hawkinson are no-brainers on the Lions side of the ball.
What do you think about Carry-On?
Carry-On, that was another question I was going to go. Carry-On or AP today? And that's probably why I stay away from both of them, because I just don't really know.
Right.
Carry-On's looked spry lately. He's been getting a little bit more work.
I love that word, spry.
I do too. And I'm a big fan of Carry-On. I think that he's been phased out unfairly out of this offense. He should be getting the work that AP's getting, in my opinion.
Okay.
You know how
I got Carry-On going, so don't fucking jinx him.
I'm not jinxing him. I'm just
Not
saying.
you, Anson.
Oh, I'm just saying his level of participation is about where it should be.
Have I really jinxed any of your players this
You
year?
jinx D-Hop, all right? Don't say Carry-On Johnson for the rest of the show, please.
Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson and Mr. Leaf Stuffer. I actually that was to my bet for today, trying to win my lunch back. Who has the bigger day?
Who? Carry-On or AP? I mean, AP is going to get the majority of the carries, but I think, like we saw last game, they're going to give Carry-On those goal line, like inside the 10-yard line looks because he's the dual threat guy now. AP's not the dual threat guy.
You're winning it. You're going for a fantasy championship today, and you get to pick one of those two.
Carry-On.
I'm going Carry-On if it's a PPR league. If it's just a standard yardage league, I may go with AP.
If AP's in the backfield, you know it's a run. So
Pretty much.
They
and
need, they need Carry-On for that dynamic ability.
Yeah, I agree.
They need a player to telegraph what they're doing.
We need Jason Huntley. That's what we need.
We need anybody but AP on this squad, man.
But make sure you're guessing who's going to score the first touchdown today, the final score of the Lions-Panthers game, and then you share this post, and you can win $1,000. It's really quite that
We've
simple.
given away 2 out of the last 3 weeks, right?
Dude, it's so crazy. All season long, we were like, guess the score, you'll win a hoodie. Guess the score. Nobody won a fucking hoodie. Thursday night football, Sunday night football.
Word got out, I think.
Well, then all of a sudden we lifted and we made it harder. Guess the player who scores the first touchdown, the score, and share. And we've given away $2,000.
It's good stuff.
It's crazy. We couldn't find one person to guess the score of any game through the first 8 weeks. And the last 2 weeks, they've been nailing it. So I love it.
That is called winning Woodward style.
That's right. So make sure you guess that. Make sure you share the post. Anybody for Carolina you think you should be starting?
I think Mike Davis is a pretty safe bet in a PPR league. The guy just gets so much work target-wise. And he's the unquestioned starting running back there. DJ Moore has kind of jumped ahead of Robbie Anderson to be the number one there. But I still like Robbie Anderson to beat up the Lions. I think either one of those guys is a pretty solid bet. I don't love anybody beyond like a wide receiver 2 or a running back 2 on Carolina, but they're all going against the Lions, man, and it's usually a good thing for fantasy.
30th run defense.
Fun fact about Mike Davis, his last 5 games, 11.5 points, 8.6, 8.7, 8.7, 8.4.
So he's going to have about 8 points.
Consistent.
I don't love anybody on Carolina today. I mean, there is going to be somebody that scores. We know that. I just don't know who the hell it's going to be for them.
Yeah.
You know, if their quarterback's not there and we get to stack the box against Mike Davis doesn't have enough to beat the stack box.
I like Robbie Anderson.
You think it will be Anderson?
Yeah, I think it's 7 catches, 90 yards.
He's got that crazy fucking long neck. He can see over everybody.
All right, so Curtis Samuel, prop bet at a half a touchdown. Does he get in on the weird reverse?
Under.
Oh, man, that is tough because, like I said, somebody's got to score, and they're going to get creative some way.
At the end of his career, they'll be able to stack a highlight reel of all of his touchdowns, and they're all going to be staggeringly different.
Yeah, it's going to be weird reverse. He's going to be throwing the ball.
He is a fun player to watch, man.
He'll get a touchdown today. I'll say that.
I think so, too.
Yeah, he may get the lone touchdown today for them.
Oh, the lone. You like a low scorer here,
the defense is showing up, baby.
I'm looking forward to hearing that prediction later.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing yours.
No, you're not.
Do you want to get into fantasy football help for anybody else, or do you have anything else you want to deal with in this game? Then we'll get to our picks in a little bit.
I mean, I love talking about fantasy football. I think, if anything, if you guys at home have some questions for us and are got some quandaries and trying to figure out who to start, right now is this season. I talk about it in my start-sit column this week. This season's so different from any other. I've been playing for 20 years. Right now, by week 11, you've got your guys. And it's pretty easy in years past to just plug in your starters. Now, you can look at I've seen so many guys where their entire bench roster outscored their entire starting roster, and then the next week it went completely reversed.
Right.
So for me right now, it's all about matchup. It's all about matchup. Like, last week I missed on a game, the Browns game, because I didn't look at the weather report. And the weather report had massive sleet and snow, and that turned the game into a ground war.
Ground and pound game.
Yep,
Here we got a question. Justin Jefferson or T. Higgins in a flex standard league?
You got to go T. Higgins right now, and that hurts me to say.
Really?
Yeah, I love Justin Jefferson, but T. Higgins is truly the number one option on that team already. You got a rookie quarterback that loves throwing to a rookie wide receiver. He's a big, huge target. Mixon is done for a while, as you know. He may as well be. But T. Higgins is guaranteed to get that work there.
We got a fantasy football question. Why does my whole team have to be hurt all season?
Oh, fuck, bro.
That's everybody's life this year.
You want the login to my squad?
Shit,
you
want
might
mine?
feel a little better.
I'm still in first place, and I have fended off losing Dak, losing Mixon, losing Kittle, losing Amari Cooper when I lost Dak. Like, I've been able to fend off these fuckers all season.
Yeah.
That's right.
Don't get me started on this shit. The infirmary over
you got
here.
Judy or Juju. I also have Claypool. That's interesting. Judy has been slowly coming on. Juju surprised us all last game. He had his breakout performance, I guess, if you want to call it.
Well, right after I traded him 3 weeks ago, Juju decided to start getting double-digit targets.
That's right.
He's still not blowing up for over 100 yards and whatnot. Who was the first player you mentioned?
Jerry Jeudy or
Judy.
Juju?
If you break down Judy's air yards and what he's done over the last 3 weeks in the NFL, he's in top 5 categories. Top 5 on many categories. He's a guy that you've got to get into your lineup. Drew Lock is playing a lot better. That offense is starting to gel. The one thing, again, that I would be really cognizant of is the weather. If they're in Denver and you got shit like this falling from the sky out there, then he's a guy that you might want to sit. But Judy is going to be a league winner to finish the season.
Where does Judy finish? I'm looking at the last 3 games, trying to figure out where Jerry Jeudy is.
While you're looking at that, I do want to go back to Justin Jefferson because Jefferson has been great. He is a little bit of a feast or famine guy, and if the game script goes towards Dalvin Cook, you just see Justin Jefferson phased out completely. If it's a close game or they're behind, Jefferson's a stud.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm looking at the top 10 just
There
over
he
the
is
past
right there.
Just over the past 3 weeks right now. I'm looking over, and Justin Jefferson isn't even up here. He had
Leads
those
rookies in
monster
all-
games,
yeah.
but he's kind of fallen off over the past 3 weeks. Your top 10 is Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, DK Metcalf, Terry McLaurin coming in at 4, Jacoby Myers just because he had that one huge game, Keenan Allen, Stephon Diggs, DeAndre Hopkins, Marvin Jones, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, Juju. That's the top wide receivers over the past 3 weeks. Those are some interesting names. Chase and Jerry Jeudy are a little bit below that. So, yeah, I mean, T. Higgins has been the man the past couple weeks.
He's been really great.
He's been great.
It's amazing. I've never seen a fantasy season broken up into segments so rigidly as this year. Like every 2 or 3 games, it's just completely different set of players that are dominating.
Right.
Save the Dalvin Cooks and a couple of other big names that have been consistently great. There's just every week, 2 or 3 weeks, you have no idea who to plug in. It's a hard year, man. If you are sitting on top of your standings right now, my hat's off to you.
So who you going, Jerry Jeudy or Juju?
All day, Jerry Jeudy.
All day, Jerry Jeudy.
There's just too many mouths in Pittsburgh. You got Claypool.
Against the Miami defense?
Yeah, see, I like Juju against Jacksonville.
Yeah, there's too many guys to feed over there. Between Claypool and Deontay Johnson being healthy now.
Right.
I love Juju, but he can still get 12 targets and only catch 7 balls for 70 yards.
It is weird how that offense just is so spread out now. They have so much talent at the wide receiver position in Pittsburgh.
They
and
really
Big
do.
Ben's been coming on. That's why your boy just traded for him.
I saw that. They're kind of like the Tampa Bay of the AFC right now.
Okay.
Strong defense, lots of weapons.
I'll give you that.
Veteran quarterback.
I'll give you that. You got any other fantasy football questions? Put them in the chat right now. My team's pretty locked in. I don't really have any
I got a question for you.
lineups that I'm what?
If you've got both Ronald Jones and Uncle Leonard Fournette,
Ooh,
who do you pick?
Fournette.
Really?
Yeah.
You saw what Jones did last week, right?
Yeah, but that was just one big run that gave
Yeah.
him the majority of those yards.
Still had 23 carries.
Yeah, I get that, but that one big run of 98 yards or whatever is what gave him. How many times is that going to happen? Okay, so let's take that away.
I
and
think,
let's say that's
5 times in NFL history, actually.
Yeah, so not often are you going to get that type of production. Fournette does see a lot of balls out of the backfield, too, which surprises me. I don't think of him as a pass catcher out of the backfield at all.
Well, he had 90 catches last year? Something ridiculous.
Yeah, Fournette's a beast.
I missed that production on my fantasy team. Not going to lie.
What happened? Did you trade him?
No, he got traded. Oh, well, he got waived.
Oh, okay.
And then signed by...
Start one, non-PPR league, Mike Davis, AP, or our favorite, Cam Akers. I got to go Mike Davis on this, right?
Yeah,
got
I
Mike
think
Davis
so.
on this.
I think
What's
AP,
that, Adam?
I said Mike Davis.
You say Mike Davis?
Yeah, I'd have to. Cam's starting to lead the way in terms of work.
Is he?
Yeah,
Okay.
he actually has. I think Darrell Henderson got a little something banged up in his hand or wrist, so you might see that trend going a little more towards Akers. But he hasn't been great with those touches.
Right.
AP will never see the light of day in my lineup, but I gotta say, out of these 3 guys, AP's a tough one to go past. But at the end of the day, Mike Davis is going against the Lions, and he's going to get all of that first, second, and third down work.
Yeah, I just think he's the man today. I mean, they don't have a third option for him, so
certainly don't.
with AP, you got other options. With Cam Akers, you got other options. So it's more of a gamble hoping one of those two guys blows up. But
So it's not going to be a big game for Reggie Bonifant?
who the hell knows?
Right?
He had a big game
2020,
2
baby.
weeks ago, right?
2020. You
It
never
is
know.
2020. Make sure you guess who's going to score the first touchdown, the final score of the game, and share this post for your chance at $1,000. I'm really looking forward to the matchup today of Hawkinson against the lineup that he's going against.
Yeah?
They've been weak over the past couple weeks. They got blown up by Cameron Brate last week. I just don't see their rookie linebacker being able to contain Hawkinson for the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, Kuechly and Thomas Davis are kind of names of the past.
Oh, yeah. No,
Over the middle.
Carolina does not scare me on defense.
Over the middle
anymore.
in Carolina is not a scary place anymore. I think Hawkinson really tears them up today. He's probably going to. Well, I don't know, man. Him and Jones are going to have a big day. You got to get both those guys in your lineup if you have them. One of my questions that I was going to ask for you though was the DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson question.
Okay.
Because I see these guys so equal and they've been back and forth. There's a lot of guys out there that have these guys and are wondering whether they should start them or not. If you had one and you got to fill a spot out of the two, who would it be?
Neither.
Yeah.
Neither. Can I pass? DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Just because of what he did last year and what he's shown this year in flashes, it's just a higher ceiling.
Yeah, he seems to be the preferred number one there in that offense.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm taking DJ Moore. I had him ranked higher in my preseason fantasy ranking, so I don't know. As long as he lives up to what he did last year, I'm taking DJ Moore.
So you got any games today that you're excited about?
I got every game today that I'm excited about. Adam and I had some locks of the week. Adam, do you remember our locks?
I did. You have the Steelers over Jacksonville.
That's right.
You have Minnesota over Dallas.
That's right.
And you have Indianapolis over Green Bay.
That's my iffy lock, but it's a lock.
I mean, I think the Chargers are going to hold serve at home versus the Jets.
That's a lock.
I think that one's
that's
a lock too. I think there's an interesting set of running backs in LA right now.
Yeah, they use them interestingly.
A lot of them. Kalen Ballage is their starter. Right now.
Ballage.
Isn't that a wild?
It is wild.
The guy was pretty much out of football like 3 different times.
But
with
of
3 different teams.
Of our locks, do you think the Steelers are going to beat the Jags?
Yeah,
this is
absolutely.
just straight up. And then Dallas Vikings. Who
I
you
like
got?
that one as well.
Who?
Oh, the Vikes.
You like the Vikings?
Yeah.
See, me and Adam vehemently disagree.
We
that.
actually disagreed just this weekend
Yep.
on all of them.
On all of them.
Adam, can you name the Dallas Cowboys starting quarterback?
Yeah, Danucci. Or actually, is it going to be Andy Dalton?
It's got to be Dalton this week.
Is it?
Okay.
Yeah, Dalton's back.
Oh, Dalton is
Look.
back?
Dalton is back. Yep.
Ooh.
I know. Tasty, isn't it?
And that's in Dallas?
I
It is in
believe it's in
Dallas.
Dallas.
That is in Dallas?
Yeah.
I'll
Look,
tell you what, man.
Look,
That's
guys,
a
I'll give you the
sneaky one.
logic behind this so you don't sit there
No,
and think I'm
you
crazy.
know, I like that call because the Vikings and Dallas is always a really different game than what you would expect. I kind of like that pick.
Look, they've sucked all year.
Make
They're
sure
not
we
a good
got,
football
we got producer cam on?
team. Yeah.
Okay, good.
They're not a good football team. They've had a bye week to address their problems, and I don't think the bye week will do them much, but they've had the whole bye week to prepare for the Minnesota Vikings, who are, I'm not going to say one-dimensional, but they really only win when Dalvin Cook is cooking.
Right.
So if they stop the run, I think Zeke comes back and has a good game, although I don't like his contract. I know you're going to give me shit about that. But I think the
It is
I think
in
the
Minnesota.
Cowboys can pull this off. I think
is
it's a
in
winnable
Minnesota.
game.
They're giving up 7.5.
It's in
Yeah,
Minnesota.
I'd go it. Yeah.
Man.
I wish the casino was open. I'd take all 3.
I know.
I'd parlay
I was
all
just
3
going to
games.
say, man, you hit the casino with that bet.
Dude, the Steelers are 10.5-point favorites.
And I'm taking
And
it.
he's taking the Jags. Like, Adam is a madman this week. I think he's been right a lot this season. Now I think he's just shooting from the hip.
I'm not. See, that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't mind if you, like, we're talking shit on that end, but I'm like, genuinely doing my research behind this shit. And there's a reason I have Jacksonville over Pittsburgh for the similar reason.
What?
Over his career, Ben Roethlisberger has struggled against the AFC South. And I think this is just, I'm not going to say a trap game. I think Pittsburgh is obviously one of the best teams in the NFL. But for this week,
For this week.
I
Any
think they
given
can lose.
Sunday.
I think they can lose.
Look at the confidence in his
Dude,
face. I love
it's
it.
amazing.
I
I'm
wish
a
I could
little
put
turned
money
on
on
right
it.
now. I'm not even
I wish
gonna
I
lie.
could put money on it. I would love to back it up.
I mean, we could put money on it.
Well, between us, I want to go make money. I don't want to bet.
I want to go
between
take
you
the
guys.
casino's money on this
Yeah.
shit.
Right?
I think, to me, those are my locks of the week. There's no way the Jags beat the Steelers, and if they do, I will eat a ton of shit.
No, I won't give you shit about it.
You
I
should.
It's okay to be
If
wrong.
you get this right, I'll bow down because that's a crazy call if you get this right. Like Vegas doesn't even think they're close. It's a 10.5-point game. I mean, one team's undefeated. The other team has, 2 wins?
Defeated.
The other team's defeated. I don't even know who the fuck their quarterback is this week. James Robinson is their running back who the hell knows what the hell James Robinson actually is? You just know he gets the ball a lot. I just don't see any way on the planet that the Steelers, who are undefeated, will lose to Jacksonville. So if you call that, man, you deserve to give me shit for the rest of my life.
No.
Yeah,
It's not about
no.
giving shit. Listen, we do these locks of the week, right? And look, I just have a different take on things. That's all it really is. And if I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, okay, it's fine.
Yeah, but when you make a
But I'm
crazy
not gonna-
prediction like this is like if the Lions were playing the Chiefs, and I was like, yeah,
You are
know,
spitting in
the
the
Lions,
face of a 7.5-point spread. I love it.
Well,
10.5 point spread.
Yeah.
Which game?
Jags.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love it. I just think it's really easy to bet on.
But if I called the Lions
Bro,
over
let
the
me
Chiefs,
call my bookie. Let's put that parlay. Get them both straight up wins. You will. Well, he'll be taking us to
I'll take
fucking
all
Hawaii.
3. I'll take all 3
Next
as
week's show in
underdogs.
Hawaii. Let's do this.
next week's show in Hawaii.
So I like 3 kind of. These are bold predictions on our locks of the week. I think the Bolts for sure. I actually love the Browns this week, and I love Baltimore as well.
Baltimore as well.
Yeah.
If we weren't picking just those 3 locks, I
Yeah.
would also give a dark horse to the New York Jets to win their first game. Because the San Diego Chargers are a team that knows how to lose football games.
You want to defend your pick, Anson?
Dude, I am scared of Adam right now. Just the look of confidence on his face.
He's
in these
almost
predictions.
convincing, isn't it? Oh yeah, the Steelers suck. You're
It's
right.
not almost.
If
I'm
I was down
convinced
at
I
the
want no
casino-
part of that bet.
If I was down at the casino doing a parlay, I would not have the Jets in it because, again, I think it's an
They're the
outside
Jets.
chance.
What about
But I would
Stingray
take the
Steve?
3.
What does Stingray Steve have to say about this?
I don't know. Let's get him on.
Yeah,
What
we need
happened
to
with
get him
Tulsa? What happened with that Tulsa game? Did
He got it right.
He
He
did?
got both right.
Nice.
Stingray Steve came in here, laid his dick on the counter, and walked out. That's what he did.
Yes, he did.
He laid his parlay on the counter and was like, dude, book it. And I was wrong on Thursday. Wrong.
I'm just thinking back to Bachelor Party.
So, Anson, you want to go over your sit-em stardom for the week? Do you got your article pulled up, or do you want me to go over my sticks picks of the week real quick?
You know what? Let's go age before beauty.
Okay, so you go first?
I'm not sure which one. You don't even know how old I am.
I know how old you are. You're 57.
We can go up with mine to start here. Oh, these are yours.
Yeah, those are my sticks
Oh,
picks.
well, let's go with yours then.
All right, cool. Well, I every week on, I believe, Saturday morning, I come out with this article, and I try to look for guys that are middle of the pack, but that may blow up this week for your fantasy league. So far, I'm batting about 650 for the season. So these picks, take them as you will. Last week, I pretty much went 3 of 4, but Austin Hooper absolutely shit the bed. 1 catch for 11 yards.
Yeah, he was not good.
Wah, wah. So
Yeah.
I thought he was coming back for sure. But my first pick at quarterback, who you should be starting if you got him on your bench and you're wondering who to start, Joe Burrow. I would start this guy pretty much unless you have a Patrick Mahomes.
I don't like Joe Burrow this week.
You don't?
No.
Why?
I think the rookiness catches up with him here.
Okay. See, he hasn't been good the past couple weeks, and the reason I think that is the Steelers and the Titans. I think he's going to have a great game against the Washington defense.
Anson, I'm going to kill you.
We saw that they're not great.
Can
Why?
you stop doing this to my players? Dude, I have so much money on DraftKings with Joe Burrow in my lineups. Can you stop fucking jinxing my players?
You should listen
I
to
didn't
me,
bring
Ann.
him up. He brought him up.
I brought him up. That's right.
I know, but Anson's shitting on him, man.
I just, I don't know. I don't see this being a really...
I don't like Gurley this week either, Dennis.
Yeah, that's my fantasy running back of the week is Todd Gurley. Already, he's the 9th-ranked running back in fantasy football. That would surprise me when I was looking that up. I don't think he's had that big of a productive season, but I think he'll have a big game against New Orleans.
The Bengals are 20. They give up the 22nd least against quarterbacks. They give up the 31st least, so they're the second best against wide receivers.
Washington?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
They've got a
What
strong
did Stafford
defense.
do against them? He tore their ass up.
Oh, I'm saying they're not good against it. They have a strong defense in terms of.
Ooh, Washington?
Yeah.
Yeah. Washington has a decent defense,
Yeah, so-
but it didn't mean shit. We still put up 28 on them.
I mean, I think Burrow has a good game. He's not a guy that I'm rushing to get into my lineup, though.
He is for me.
Okay.
He is for Adam, because Adam's going to win on DraftKings this week.
I sure hope he is.
Hey, Clyde wants to get on camera. Can you slide up?
Buddy?
There you go. Clyde, get on camera. Clyde's going to make some picks in a second. My fantasy football running back, we went over Todd Gurley. I think he's going to have a big game against New Orleans. And then my wide receiver, back on his horse, Amari Cooper.
You know how many touchdowns the Saints have allowed on the ground to running backs this year?
No.
3.
3? Okay.
Total. They actually have not allowed anybody to over 100 yards in a while, and to me, Gurley looks slow. He's been touchdown dependent, and there's a guy named Brian Hill out of Wyoming that I'm a big fan of that's actually starting to get some run.
Okay.
He got 11 touches before the bye. Gurley, to me, is a guy that's trending heavily down. I think everybody's looking at this New Orleans game as a big, high-scoring game, but we have absolutely no clue what's going to happen. I'm most excited to watch this game because of Taysom Hill, Jameis Winston. If Taysom is the starter, and they haven't declared it yet, there's been some conjecture on both sides, but if Taysom is the starter, the possession and the way that the time works in terms of possession for both sides could be really weird.
Okay.
Really weird.
Todd Gurley's going to have a big game. I'll bet it over Brian Hill right now. You want to?
I'm not saying he's not going to be better than Brian Hill.
Then what are we doing here?
Why
do we bring him up?
I would not be starting Gurley. He's actually on my sit list.
See, I would start Gurley, and this is where Anson and I disagree. And then wide receiver, I said Amari Cooper. With Andy Dalton back, Amari Cooper kind of comes back.
Yeah, I don't mind that one at all. That one kind of slipped over past my radar until you just brought him up. I like that move a lot.
Yeah, and with Minnesota not being the best at pass defense, I like Cooper to finally have a decent game.
Well,
then at tight end, Tyler Higbee.
No.
Yes, Tyler Higbee, baby. I had high hopes for him going into the season. He really hasn't lived up to it. But against the Tampa Bay defense that can pressure the quarterback, shut down wide receivers, I think he's the guy that's going to see a lot of checkdowns today. Yeah, that's all right. You thought the same thing about Hunter Hurts, your team, but he blew up those 3 games you were calling him out.
No, he did not blow up those. He had like
Dry heave all you want, Anson.
4
You
or
were
5 for
fuck.
50 yards is
wrong.
not blowing up.
Wrong.
This guy over here.
Let me hit that.
We were getting along way too well and agreeing far too much for the first half of this show. I like this shit here.
We knew eventually you'd come up with some dumb shit to say.
Oh, damn. What's up, Art?
Art's here.
My man.
Make sure you're sharing this, guessing who's going to score the first touchdown, and guess the final score of the game so we can give you $1,000 if you do that. $1,000. All right, Anson, you want to go over your sit-start now?
Yeah, I gotta dip in here to the.
What the hell were you doing this whole time? You got Jameis Winston.
I was listening to some terrible start sits.
Okay,
is what it was.
So now let's get into your terrible start sits. Jameis Winston at quarterback. That is terrible.
You're a week back here, brother.
A week back?
Yep, check your email. I got Ben Roethlisberger starting. I love that start against Jacksonville, even though my man Adam does not. He's got 7 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks and 639 total yards passing, plenty of weapons. He's just a guy that gets better and better as the season goes on. Get him in your lineup.
All right. Who else you got?
Stay away from Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. As much as the fan in you wants to get these guys in your lineup, and it's going to be exciting to see who takes the job. And mind you, whoever ends up with the rock in New Orleans could end up finishing as the starting quarterback this season for them and could win you a championship. I think if Taysom Hill is the guy, man, he could be kind of like the Lamar Jackson that we saw in the second half of his rookie season.
All right. You really see that out of Taysom Hill?
I didn't, but I've been so surprised by guys like that. He's been in their system for, 3 years now? The limited times that they put the ball in his hands, he's so fucking effective. And if they went and signed Jameis and his big arm to be the backup, and they're hedging on that right now, that tells me that Taysom's able to handle that offense.
All right. Who else you got?
Plus, you can't overlook how important and how valuable running yards and touchdowns are. And I think if the over/under is a half a touchdown for him, I would definitely be on the over in terms of running a touchdown in. Running backs, Mike Davis is kind of an easy one, but Kalen Ballage, I mentioned him earlier. These guys are deep. And they're guys that are sitting on your roster right now. If you were lucky enough to pick them up, and there's so many injuries. I'm assuming that your team has a hole in it at some point, and these are guys that you can plug in this week. Ballage gets the Jets, and if Adam's not right about the Jets getting their first win, that means that they're going to be running the ball down their throat.
I really wish Adam could play that 3-game parlay where he's taking
I know, right?
the Jets,
I can make a call for you,
the
homie.
Cowboys, and the Jets.
I can make a call for you right now.
Any bookie would be like, thank you for your money. Adam would be like, thank you for your money.
I got Gurley. We talked about why. And then Gio Bernard with Mixon. I've been seeing people rushing to pick up Gio Bernard. He's super fucking old. He shouldn't be starting for anybody. And then Samaje Perine actually has been getting some sneaky work for them.
Good old Perine.
Yeah, just enough to take the any shine off of Gio at all that was there. Wide receivers running through it real quick. Marvin Jones, of course. I think he's an absolute start if you've got him. No Amendola, no Galladay, no Swift, as we talked about. That's an extra 15 at least targets that are going to be out there. Jacoby Myers, we haven't really talked about him. He's really kind of been a pleasant surprise over in New England.
Yeah, he's had his moments.
Yeah.
I mean, he had that one big game, and he's kind of been consistent since then. I don't know if I could bet on him.
You can't really bet on a New England's Patriot. It
Right.
was supposed to be fucking N'Keal Harry. It definitely was not.
What happened to N'Keal Harry?
He gets injured yet again.
I think
He needs to be traded. Mike Wakefield, you got my number. My sits there are...
Wakefield is your dumping ground.
Bro, and every time I dump, he takes it and just shoves it. If I don't make that trade last week, I win by 2 points.
I know, it was poetic. Anson made this trade where he got back a guy he traded to Mike before the draft, and then he got him back, and then he just shit the bed. So shout out to James Conner for living up to being James Conner.
Season's not over.
I love you for that.
So my sits are both very similar guys. They're guys that are both like the third option in their offense, and that's DJ Chark and Corey Davis.
I'm starting Chark.
These guys are both they've become possession receivers for their respective teams, and I don't see them being on that side of the game script. They're both playing possession type teams in Baltimore and Pittsburgh. So I don't like either one of them. They're massively inconsistent.
So for me, okay, here's my situation. And I have DJ Chark or Jonathan Taylor.
Oh,
That's kind of my two options right now for my flex. Or KJ Hamler, which I know, like, we joke that out of Orchard Lake St. Mary's, blah, blah, blah. But the last 2 games, he's gotten a lot of good
What time
looks.
is it? Man, 11:47.
He's had 10 targets the past 2 games. So as much as you want to joke about it, the kid from Orchard Lake St. Mary's is getting love.
He's looked great. Honestly, my choice would be Chark. With the kid that's throwing him the rock over there, his second week they didn't connect, but the ceiling there for Chark that we saw that 2 weeks ago, I love that. I'd probably have to go with him.
Yeah, he had 12 targets against Houston, but he only had 5 targets against Green Bay. So they're going up against Pittsburgh, which kind of scares me, but hopefully that's a wide open game. It's supposed to be nice weather in Florida, so hopefully they're both throwing the ball all over
I
each
just
other.
think Jacksonville's going to be behind, so I think it favors Chark.
Jonathan Taylor just pisses me off, man. Just pisses me off.
He can't be in any lineups right now. Naheem Hines has taken the rock there for the last couple of weeks and doesn't look to be giving it up. He's filling the role we all thought that Taylor would be filling this year.
It's crazy. It's crazy to
Frustrating.
me. It's frustrating to me. But what saves my ass is Antonio Gibson. But outside of that, I'd be fucked in our draft by taking him number 2 overall. And look where he is.
Man.
Look where he is, bro. Look where he is.
He was fucking great
I
last
should've
week
taken
against
Swift.
the Lions.
I should have taken anybody. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, well, I'm real happy about my Cam Akers pick.
Yeah, I bet you are. I'm glad
So-
I didn't trade for him.
Tight end, Hayden Hurst, as you mentioned earlier. I was wrong. The guy has picked it up. I liked him coming out of college, but he finally found a home since they moved him over to Atlanta. Logan Thomas.
Yeah.
Logan Thomas is a really important name in the NFL right now.
Pisses me off.
Fantasy-wise, this guy he's basically appeared out of nowhere in a tight endless year. He's kind of looking like a top 5 finisher for the rest of the season. If you've got him, you got to love starting him. He is Alex Smith's new favorite toy.
Yep.
You sick about it?
I'm pissed about it because of some bullshit ass rule.
All you had to do was put another cutlet guy on your list,
Like
man.
he should be on my team for 3 years. I should have Logan Thomas for 3 years moving forward in our
probably
dynasty
would have
league.
waived him in your first couple weeks.
No, I would not have. Hell no, not with Kittle going down. Why would I have done
That's
that?
true. That's true.
Oh, that makes me sick.
My sits are my guy
And the
Dallas
douche
Goedert.
I hate in the league picks him up and now has him. Oh, you like that?
Oh, who does have him?
DPO.
Oh, your boy.
Yeah.
Shout out to San Fran
No,
Dan.
fuck San Francisco.
So I've got Dallas Goedert also as a sit. We've all been waiting for him to be anointed as that guy in Philly, and with the opportunity right there in front of him, he has not seized it.
Yeah, I have Dalton Schultz. What about Dalton Schultz?
Sitting him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like him either.
Yeah, damn it.
I mean, he's going to have a couple of good games, but it's really just it kind of depends on what defense he's facing.
Right.
He's definitely not a guy I'm getting in every week. The 46.5 is the over-under on this game today.
For the Lions?
Yep.
Ooh.
It feels a little low.
Feels a little high.
Yeah.
Feels a little high to me. Yeah, it's an
Okay, good.
outdoor game. I don't think we do well outdoors a lot. You know, like I can't remember the last high-scoring outdoor game that we had.
Yeah. That's fair.
So,
That's fair. I can't really remember the last high-scoring game that the Lions were on the right side of.
I mean, we whooped Jacksonville's ass.
That's one, I suppose.
Yeah.
I forget them so quick, man.
Yeah, you forget the see. You can't forget the loss or the wins, man.
I used to hold on to them so tight too.
So I think the Lions. I think it'll be under 46. So I think the Lions will go about 25, 26 points, and then about 18, 17.
So you have them covering the spread.
I am covering the spread.
Easily.
Yeah, easily. But I just don't have the over.
Spread's at 2.5.
2.5. I have the Lions.
Yeah, it's an
covered.
easy spread.
Easy. Yep.
So
And the fact that they're favored on the road should
That's
say a
free
lot.
money.
I like it to come in under as well. I've got a point total of 44.
44. Okay.
That's my number.
Well, that is your number.
Born on
Job and best,
4-4.
baby.
Oh God.
Job and best, baby.
Let's not go there.
So who do you got winning the game?
You sure? You okay with this? You want me to say it out loud?
You can say whatever you want,
You already
man.
know. I am going with the Panthers at home, 24-20.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
every other year that I didn't have to be on camera and have my prediction held accountable.
It's tougher now,
I
isn't
would
it?
have gone for Lions, man. This is that game that this would have trapped me. I think that this is a trap for every Lions fan. The confidence coming out of that game winner last week and getting excited, hearing everybody around town, oh, we're going to go into Thanksgiving as a 500 team.
That's right.
I sure as hell hope you're right, but again, I got to go with my smarts and not my hearts, and my smarts are telling me that it's a Lions loss.
Wow, man. I can't believe you today.
Fuck you, Anson.
Yeah. Thank you, Adam.
Art, what do you think, man?
Art doesn't know sports. Yeah.
It's-
Art called him
I did
Joe
try and
Dumars
bring him
last
into my
night.
bullshit there.
Art called Isaiah Thomas Joe Dumars last night. And he didn't even know who Alan Trammell was. So don't ask Art for sports. If you want to talk MMA or esports, that's your man right
And
there.
I love number 11 and number 4, but confusing Zeke and Joe D.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
It's all right. We're getting him up to speed.
He doesn't know no better. It's okay. Adam, who do you got in this game? What's your score?
Let's see. I believe my score line in the prediction was 27-18 Detroit.
Yeah, we were very, very, very close. Holy shit.
I have Kerryon Johnson scoring in the guess, but if I were to put my money on it, I say the Lions defense / special team scores first.
Oh, I love that. I love when people
Ooh.
guess that.
I like
I think we
that.
should pay double if that happens and people
Yeah.
guess that.
Well, just to remind you as we go through our picks here, you can win $1,000. Pick the first guy that's going to score a touchdown in today's game, and then accurately pick the score for both teams, and
Yep.
we got $1,000 for you. Again, mine's 24-20.
You got to share the post too. If you don't share the
Share the
post,
shit out of it.
you are not qualified. So right now we got about 30 people entered to win, but we got like 100 comments. So some of those people aren't sharing the post, and you ain't gonna win the $1,000 if you get it right. So make sure you share this motherfucker right
Very
now.
important. Yep. Get your people involved, man. Take that $1,000 home. Buy lots of turkey.
Who do you think's gonna score the first touchdown? We didn't get into that.
I'm going with Marvin Jones.
Me and Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones, man.
Okay, I like that pick. I'm going to go with Hawkinson. I'm going to stick with Hawkinson. I think he's going to have a big game just because of what I said earlier. The rookie middle linebacker
I love
for
him.
Carolina isn't going to be able to keep up with him. He's gotten schooled by tight ends all throughout the season, and now Hawkinson, he really hasn't had that 160-yard, 2-touchdown game that would be amazing to see out of him. Today's that day. Today's that day.
Well, he hasn't really had that since his first game of his career.
That's right. And he's about to do it again today.
That
Not
would be
tomorrow, today.
If that happens today, I might actually be confident in the Lions on Thursday next week.
The Lions on Thursday. Oh, yeah. I'm confident in that game, too.
So are we doing a 2-hour special since we're merging Thursday night with Lions?
So Thursday, I'm glad you brought that up. Thursday, I'm getting a catered Thanksgiving meal in here. We'll come in, we'll do the pregame, and we'll watch, because all my family's in Arizona. I got nobody here to spend Thanksgiving with.
Me neither.
But I got my friends, and I got the Lions, which is there for me every Thanksgiving, and that's what's going to happen.
Well, count me in.
Yeah, so that's my plan for Thanksgiving. We're going to have a spread here, Lions up on the big screen behind us, and hopefully we'll be celebrating the 6-5 Detroit Lions. And I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but holy shit, how good would that feel on Thanksgiving?
Well, if there's any ladies out there with daddy issues that have no place to go on Thanksgiving, I am dateless apparently from Thursday, so hit me up.
And if you don't have daddy issues, Anson wants nothing to do with you.
He had to say it out loud, huh?
Well, I mean, you specified. I didn't. I'm just going off of what you said, man.
I love my Detroit ladies, for sure.
So, Adam, who did you say was scoring the first touchdown? Carry on?
My guess it's carry on, but I'd like to see the special team score.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the carry-on guess.
Yeah, I like the carry on. Hawkinson, though, man, that's his favorite target.
Have you noticed that I always pick the Lions to – well, not always, but I pick the Lions to lose, but I also pick them to score first.
Nice.
That's what we do is we get out to a lead and then we hand it back.
That's okay. Speaking of Lions, tomorrow morning we got an announcement to make about the next show on Woodward Sports Network. So it's going to be a live stream show on Facebook and YouTube, just like we do with the Morning Wood Show. So it's not really a podcast. It's more of a live stream. And one of them is a Detroit Lion, a former Detroit Lion.
I got a little insider information on this one. I'm pretty excited about both names.
I'm very excited, too. Both guys so far have been great to work with. Like, hopping on the phone with these guys, talking sports has been amazing. We got a contest up on our Facebook page right now. If you can guess the name of the show and who's on it, we'll give you $100. So we're just trying to give out money. That's all we're trying to do.
I would love to see somebody prognosticate that one.
What's funny is people have guessed it, but not together.
Really?
I've seen 3 people get half right.
Really?
And if they were to combine those guesses, but those have been across all the platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and all that. So someone's got, the names are out there. You just got to put them together.
I'm going to be honest. I'm truly excited about the non-Lion.
The non-Lion?
Yeah.
Have you ever met him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool guy, man. Great guy.
Great guy.
I'm excited about the Lion just because of his story and what it means to the city and everything.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to give it away too much.
Yeah. That was a nice little hint there.
A little drop on you.
Yes, sir.
A little drop. Adam, are you excited for Monday?
I'm always excited.
Yeah, you can tell. Adam's always jacked up. So that's it for the Lions pregame show. I mean, I got the Lions winning. What did I say? 24 or 27 to like 16
or something.
Yeah, 27-16, 27-17, something in there. I got it with the under, and I got Hawkinson scoring the first touchdown. Anson, one more time. Who do you got?
24-20. I like the Panthers, but I like Marvin Jones to lead the scoring.
I can't believe you like
Start
the
the
Panthers in this game. And Adam, one more time. Who do you got?
27-18, Detroit Lions defense scoring first.
Wow, that would be so amazing. You got till 1 o'clock to share this and get your guess in. After 1:05, it's not happening.
Can I just tell you how good it felt to be wrong last week?
Yes.
At
Why,
59
he picked
yards
Washington?
of wrong. Yeah.
Fuck you, Anson. What kind of Lions fan are you?
Well, this is what he does.
A realistic one, man.
Oh, yeah. How realistic was that? And you took the L twice.
Well,
like, this is what he
let's
does.
go-
Oh, if I pick against him,
I'll
I
tell
can't
you what.
lose.
Let's go back through the season and see what the record is. We're going to have to do that.
They'll be 5-5.
I'm talking about our record.
Our record. Oh, I'm killing you.
Oh,
I think it
don't
goes
think
Adam,
so.
me, you.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. We'll go back.
Yeah,
we got it on tape, man. That's the best part about this.
We need to get that going.
So make sure you're tuning in to the Morning Wood Show tomorrow morning. We'll do that big announcement. Plus, we'll give away another $100 for just sharing. That's what we do in the morning. Isn't that awesome? Sharing is caring, Anson.
It is.
And we give away money. So make sure you get those guesses in. Who's going to score the first touchdown? What the final score of the Detroit Lions game is going to be? Who wins? And you got to share the post. If you don't share the post, you are not entered. It's that simple.
$1,000, man.
Get that money. Welcome to Sunday. Beautiful snowy Sunday here on Woodward. You got about an hour till game time. Get your beer ready. Get your joints rolled. Get your blunts rolled. Get your food ready. Get some Wingstop. Get whatever you need, right?
5-5, you say?
5-5.
Man.
5-5 Lions. 4-5 Lions.
Man.
5-5 Lions. 4-5 Lions.
I'm gonna clip this and
What do
make
the
this a
4
meme.
and 6 Lions look like?
4 and 6 Lions. They don't happen.
I hope you are right.
Ha ha! Doesn't
I
happen.
hope you are right.
Have a great day, Detroit.